Sitting on the couch with nothing better to do. Let's go watch Bike Vids, Bike Vids, Bike Vids. 'Cause nothing beats a rainy afternoon. When you got Bike Vids, Bike Vids, Bike Vids. Subscribe and like this.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back to this episode of Bike Vids. I'm currently in a mobile home in Citrus Heights outside of Sacramento, getting ready for two cyclocross races today and tomorrow. This mobile home is where I'm renting is right across the street from the park where I'm racing at. It's kind of like staying in my van, but there's a toilet and a shower. Other than that, very similar. In some ways better, in some ways not. So yeah, excited. I think maybe raced some of this scene up here, if you will, maybe at Bariani Ranch. That brings out some of the Sacramento area racers. I'm a little nervous. If you've ever watched Bike Vids before, I hear the Sacramento folks are very fast, very fit. I almost went down and raced in B's, but you know what? That's bullshit. Yeah, we'll see what it's like out there. See if I have what it takes. And I'm gonna start to get ready pretty soon, and we'll check out the course in a little bit. You could see that this course takes place in a park, Rush Park, in Citrus Heights, California, and basically flat, a little bit of hills, and good traction on this grass, and really fast, so it's kind of like a whole different kind of cyclocross that I've been used to in the past. No massive part where you feel like you're gonna die or anything. So I'm definitely looking forward to racing this weekend. Okay, y'all, the race is on. I just counted, I think I'm in 8th or 9th, and kind of relevant, in terms of I know how I finished in this ultimately. But in a race like this, it's basically, there's a little, I wouldn't call it climbing, there's some hills in this park. But it's basically a flat course, and there's definitely some open straightaways, which I'm not necessarily awesome at. Less technical course. I know that my main thing is to find my people, aka the fastest possible people I could catch, and stay with them for as long as possible, and eventually try to pass them. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find my people. We'll probably watch this whole first lap, but hopefully you're looking ahead and you're seeing, that things are already starting to spread out. And so what that means basically is, probably a front group is going to form, and I'm, 1, 2, or 3 or so, and then there's going to be us, my people, 4th, 5th, 6th, and that's what's kind of going to be happening here pretty soon. So why is that? Why are some little groups going to form? Because the first lap, the pace is not sustainable for the duration of the race. I do not believe. Maybe it's just me. Could be. We're doing 7 laps or so, 7 or 8 laps. And, just our pace is not going to be as intenso. So people are going to settle into something, and where I want to settle in is as close to the front as possible. Maybe other people. I'm kind of thinking of my friend Ben featured going in the Wayback Machine, featuring when we were racing bees, not necessarily together because Ben's a little bit younger than me, but now we're in the same category. Sometimes we could talk about that later. But I feel like, some people, their thing might be, I'm going to get faster and faster, right? And I kind of wish I was one of those people, but I don't think I'm one of those people. I think I'm one of those people that needs to kind of get in position and settle in. So what happened just there then is there's a gap forming to this group of, I think you kind of just saw him go around the corner of maybe 4 or 5. And so the gentleman in front of me was not of use in the sense of we were losing that group. And so I think I probably said, hey, let's get those guys. And he probably let me come around him. Like why block me from passing him when there's a bunch of space between him and the next group? So at this point, maybe he's behind me, maybe not. My goal now, so my goal is now is catch that group. Voila, folks. This little stream crossing was a little bit of a bottleneck, so I get to kind of catch onto these people. But, you could see like then already the gap is kind of stretching back out. And this is going to be a theme of today. When whatever group I'm with, I'm not taking it easy. It's, for me, this is like 110%. So if I'm getting to catch a group, if I'm getting to hang on someone's wheel, that's not me like taking it easy. Maybe I often wonder if they're sitting on a wheel, the people ahead of me, are they like taking it easy and like saving something? For me, that's not the case. I'm just like, hanging on for dear life. Okay, as we're approaching the end of lap 1, feeling good, caught my people. We just passed someone on the left there who I met before the race, Randy. Again, if I know your name, you are part of BikeVids. And I felt like when I was talking to Randy, it's hard to say, and I do tend to think this about everyone. I was like, shit, I'm not going to see Randy. But I did see him because he dropped a chain there. And I'm not sure if I was filming, but, why why this isn't the Randy show. So I will just end the suspense. Yes, he eventually caught us and passed us. But yeah, so now we're lap 2, and you could kind of see that I'm just trying to hang on to this group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means there's like 3 people off the front, and then this group. So I guess you'd say I'm trying to rest, but like I said, hanging with this group is not easy, so I can't really like rest because they're going to take off, and then that's more work for me to catch them. Also, I'm not happy, even though the group seems pretty tight, I'm not really happy being last, because as soon as the course opens up, I know that these people will probably beat me on a straightaway. So I would like to be like in the middle of this group, but passing people is hard, and sometimes. So I mean, I feel like I could be in the middle of this group, but I just can't really get around. This is kind of a good example of where you could see on the right, it looks like there's a nice place for me to sneak through for a pass right here, right? There's a hole right there? No. So, sometimes coming around people is hard. Inside suicide there, as they call it. And I kind of paid the price, right? And I slowed down a little bit. And right around the corner, after this little barrier section, kind of like a stairs section, which is fun. Right around the corner is the section I called the Road Racer's Paradise, because it was a little concrete straight section where pretty much, as you see, these gentlemen in front of me are gonna just put a little time on old Greg. But fortunately for turns, I can basically catch up. And so this is, guys, is this the second lap? I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, like, this is my race. Like, there's no, I mean, okay, can I pass some of these guys? Is someone gonna crash? Like, there's no like other master plan. Like, I'm barely hanging on to this group. So the likelihood of me getting around everyone and catching some other group is basically 0. So I'm like, okay, what is this group? Is this position 4, 5, 6, 7? I don't know. But like, it's stay with this group and try to be then end at the head of this group that's my plan here at BikeVids. Something really cool in the Sacramento series is you see how that gentleman I just got around, see how he had an orange tag on his back? It lets you know that he's in my age group. So my age group in the Masters A, which in Sacramento series, they do by decade. So 50 plus. In BASP, I race 45 plus. Anyway, it lets you know who you're racing against, right? So like, for example, like this guy coming around right now, let's see if we could see. Yeah, so he's got a green tag, so he might be in like the 40 age group or something. So it's very helpful of like, who are the people that you're trying to race against. And a little bit later, when we see my friend Ben, it also kind of makes, yeah, sure, I want to beat everyone, I guess, but like you only have so much effort, and it lets you know who you're racing against. Couple quick notes on this little creek crossing. I feel like if there was no bottleneck, if it was just me, maybe this is delusions of grandeur, I feel like I could have gone a lot faster. I think people were slowing down for that when there was no reason to slow down. Okay, what has happened, I'm not quite sure. I had been chasing Pink Bike, is how I was referring to the gentleman, and now I don't see Pink Bike. So I think that we passed Pink Bike, or I passed Pink Bike. That's what I would, I guess, like to believe. Maybe, though, Pink Bike just blew past all of us, and he's nowhere to be seen. So I think this is still just, people that were at the front end of that little group of 4 or 5 that I was in. So my plan remains the same: stick with people and then eventually try to pass them. It's another shot of the Road Racers Paradise section. Just bam. I mean, I don't know. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? How do you go faster on this part? Just working out? Oh, God. But, fortunately, when the corners happen, I guess everyone has to slow down a little bit, some more than others, and, everything will be okay. I guess what I'll reiterate here is this group of dudes, this is very challenging. You could see kind of I'm yo-yoing kind of off the back, and I'm trying to, I don't know. One, I think I know what place I got in ultimately. I will double check that before posting it here in this video. But I just can't remember if I stuck with these guys or that they eventually dropped me. We'll see. We'll see in some of the later footage I have.
Yeah.
Go. Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
So I think I'm understanding what is happening now. So Ben just came around me. Notice he has a green or blue thing. So he's in the younger age group. Started a few seconds ahead of us. Stoked to be meeting up with him now. And then what I'm seeing is the gentleman in front of Ben, this is the tail end of that group. So I'm guessing the guy in front of Ben and me, we were not able to kind of hang with that last little small group. So what I'm kind of hoping here is that Ben is kind of my ticket to ride. And if I could just stick with him and we could stick in this group, maybe, I don't know, who knows, maybe there could be some kind of sprint finish opportunity.
Wanna tell you that I love you, baby. Don't you know
I was
that I'm
nothing, I was
talking
nothing.
about
A couple things. You saw Ben slip out there, and now I'm left basically in vain to try to catch the guy on the top of the screen there, who I would just say is like flying. And so, sure, I am generally happy with my race strategies this year, especially on courses like this. I feel like I'm doing a lot better job riding with people. But gosh, like, I think I definitely could do a little bit better job saving some stuff for the end, because this person's like he's like a walnut in a slingshot that's just been fired at a great speed. So yeah, I'm not going to catch him. Newsflash. We'll go around some other riders, and I think this is basically the end.
love you.
Well, you're back.
Right from the start.
To conclude, friends, I got 6th place. The gentleman I was trying to keep up with, and I described as being long gone, was long gone. He was about 7 or 10 seconds ahead of me, which is, does feel like a lot of space in a race. Places 1 and 2 came in basically together, about a minute ahead of us. Places 3 and 4 came in basically together, about 45 seconds after the winner. And then myself and the gentleman that I was trying to catch, who I believe his name is Mike, we came in a minute, after the winners. So hey, that's pretty good. Ben and I aren't racing against each other today because of how they split the age groups, but love that he comes flying by here and then kind of gives us both something to do as we, I guess, head towards the finish line, and keeping it spicy to the end. I'm really glad I came up to these Sacramento races. It's like quite a trip, I would say, from Santa Cruz to this area outside of Sacramento. But it was really fun spending the night and getting to actually like chill at the race after I was done and watch the other races, and just had a nice evening kind of riding my town bike around and had some Mexican food as I do and all that good stuff. So super fun. Big commitment, big time commitment, but this is a real fun and important part of my life. Highly recommend, especially in an event like this. You could see the course. Again, it's not one of those like death trap around every corner type of courses that sometimes we see here in Santa Cruz. A lot more just, fun for maybe new folks. So thank you for watching Bike Vids. Hope you're doing well. I got some more races, a couple more races of the series. Hope you're doing well, out riding your bike and having fun. Peace.